So one of the questions I wanted to ask you, man, is did you originate the speed rap?
I don't think I originated it. Like people argue about it. I
Right.
think different people in different regions was trying something new as rap was evolving. You know, we all hearing each other and everybody started trying new things. And I think once you started to flip that style a little bit, it was so sacred to you. You swore the fuck down that you were the only person
Yes.
doing this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that Tretch had no idea that Bone was doing it, and I had no idea that you know what I mean? And you got Jay-Z and
Jazzo and
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I remember all of these artists coming out, and I remember dabbling and doing my thing. And it actually is what pushed me to go hard was
Right.
because I felt like, damn, people coming out stealing my style. Not directly from me, but just I felt like they was taking my shit.
Right.
So
And you
that's
get nervous because this is the
Yeah.
shit that you're expert at.
yeah, that's where Mr. Tongue Twister came from.
Right.
I'm like, okay, fuck that. I'm gonna just rip the whole song like this the whole way, and then just from that point, I was like taking it to the next level.
But when you hear a Jazzo or Jazz and Jay-Z do a record like the origin, they're saying they originated this shit. How do you feel when it's not them just doing it, but they're saying we are the originators, and that's a crazy record too, man. Like,
Yeah.
how's that make you feel, man?
I was loving that record.
Right.
You know, at that time, they were so early with it though. Like when I was doing it, like I think that might have been the first record I heard with somebody else doing what I
But
was doing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when I heard it out, the first thing I thought was, damn, somebody else was doing it. Then I'm studying it, seeing how good they are compared to where I'm at, things like that. So, you know, I didn't really feel heat from it. Like I didn't feel heat until it started being like certain other artists. You know, we start dissing each other and everybody started coming out, you know. But that's when I started feeling the heat on that level. Like, it's mine, it's fucking mine. You know. But then too many people started coming out like roaches and shit. It was like,
Fushnikins and everybody was trying to.
man, I remember being. Let me tell you what was that fucking thing. I'm gonna tell you what was the thing they had on the West Coast way back in the days. It was something like South by Southwest, but it might have been called. I can't remember.
See, I never
One of
made
them-
it to the conferences out west. I used to go to the ones down
some
south.
Galveston type
The
shit.
Gavin.
Gavin or something.
Gavin.
Like,
It was
It
Gavin.
was something like
It was
that. but I
Gavin.
think it was in. This one might have been in San Francisco and shit.
Oakland or some shit like Gavin.
Yeah.
Gavin, right.
And this is the first time I ever saw Redman.
Oh, shit.
Like, yeah, he wasn't out yet. Like,
Right.
he was letting people hear his shit.
Still had
I
the
was
snot
like, damn,
rag in his nose and shit.
man, motherfucking Chip Fu came walking through the
Uh-oh.
door. Now this, you know, by the time I heard Fushnikins and shit, this nigga scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? By the time I heard Chip, I was terrified. So I'm like, damn, he came walking through that motherfucker. I'm sitting there and shit. So he came, he chilling. Later on, like we had seen each other a few times. Man, later on we ended up kicking it at the club, vibing with each other, telling each other what was going through each other's head when we saw each other, and we started talking about styles and
Wow.
you know fucking.
What was
around
going
with,
on through
you
his
know,
head, man?
Same shit. Like, damn, they go to nigga Twista. You know what I'm saying? So we both like respectfully peeping each other through the joint and shit. To this day, we never got to work with each other, but we always talk about it though.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's my
now,
homie.
now, you know, coming out of New York, man, I remember we used to just be assholes, man. Like straight up and down. From New York, we didn't fuck with anything outside of New
Y'all
York.
ain't like shit.
Like, so when you first come and you get a record deal in New York, man. Like, was New York, were they disrespectful to you, or were they embracing you, or was it both?
A little bit of both,
Right.
probably more disrespect.
Like, tell us about the first time you
Yeah.
did a show here and niggas was like, he ain't from New York.
It was a joke. You know, some people pay respects out of just them being good people, but for the most part, Chicago, you ain't. It was a joke.
I mean, we used to shit on Jersey.
Yeah, it was just it was a
Staten
big-ass
Island,
joke.
Staten Island. Y'all niggas rap. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it was a joke. I
Right.
was always telling, man, it's dope motherfuckers in Chicago. It's dope motherfuckers. But the one thing that always made me laugh throughout all of it was when you told me to spit or something. Like, once it came time to let it loose, motherfuckers saw it wasn't no joke. Like, whoa, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my funnest moments was in Cleveland and shit. Mobb Deep was at this show. Biggie was at this show.
Damn.
I'm in the hallway chilling and shit and see Big L in the hallway. And, you know, he a rap nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he see me like, man, what's up? You know, he talked to me in the rapping. You know, he finessed me the way he talked. You know what I'm saying, in the rapping. But I was so geeked at the time, I didn't want him to know how geeked I was
Right.
to rap for him and everything. So he busting shit. But I think I fucked his head up when I came with the little flow I had came up with. But he definitely showed that. Like, damn, once he seen how I was rapping. But like, Big L was the person that first taught me how to dress on the road when I went on tour. Because we didn't have too much of shit,
Right.
you know. So he told me how to preserve my clothes, what to wear, what days, and how he
Get
finessed
the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
so that's how I
That's
learned
some
how
Harlem
to,
niggas, man.
yeah, that's how I know how to finesse my shit. Yeah, he showed me how to preserve my gear and shit and stay fly and shit the first time I was on tour.
Yo, who else embraced you? Like out of like the cats that was established or the cats that was getting established? Who?
Dress from Black Sheep.
That's dope. Drez is a good dude,
Yeah.
man.
Before I like came fully, I think maybe I had dropped Mr. Tongue Twist at the time, but when things had kind of died down, he kind of heard some stuff I was doing underground with the crew, and him and his buddy actually flew to Chicago and got with us, and he flew just to come out there and do a song with me and just get into the vibe. So,
That's crazy, man.
yeah,
You know,
much love to my
yeah.
homie Drez, man.
I know you've answered this question 70 fucking million times, man, but how did you end up in the Guinness Book of World Records, man?
Because of Fade. Remember, I told you
Fade Dunaway.
Yeah, Fade worked at the label. It was either Fade or M's. I don't want to say who, because they might argue. Man, M's might be like, it was me, man. But Fade or M's from Loud came to me and said that it was a record in the Guinness Book for the fastest rapper held by Daddy Freddie at the time.
Daddy Freddie, was he from like a
Reggae artist.
reggae artist? Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like 520 something syllables or whatever.
A minute,
So,
right?
Yeah, in a minute. So I practiced it a little bit and shit. And
So you aimed to beat that shit.
yeah.
You trained for that shit.
Yeah, like I practiced. I got to like 600, but I knew I could go more because I thought somebody would actually break it.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to stop at 600.
600,
So,
600 syllables per
In
minute?
a minute, yeah. So it
N-
turned out to
nigga,
be
how does that how does
598.
that sound like?
Just like some fashion. Stepping up, breaking up, stepping up, breaking up, breaking up, it just sound like
Who's
that.
like how the fuck do you count that shit?
They slowed it down. They had a speech therapist slow it down to actually count every syllable, and the shit came out to 598.
How are you counting that shit?
Oh.
How are you counting that though?
Do you have like an
Stop clock, you know what I'm saying? And then start rapping, and then when they get to a minute, see where I'm at.
So would you slow the shit down too and count it?
No, I didn't know how they were gonna
Right.
count it. Or
So you
do
just
it.
shot your shot.
I just shot my shot in a minute.
And you made 500 and what?
598.
598.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
So the record is up there now. One, the shorties got it now. Like it's probably like 6. It's at the max. I knew you really couldn't get past 680
Right.
somewhere in that range.
Right.
608, like close to 700.
Right.
That's when it started turning into some other shit, like scientifically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I
That
probably
just probably
could
sound
get
like
up.
bees. It just sound like
I knew I could get up to about 650, 660 or something like that. But I stopped at 600, and I thought somebody was gonna come back, and nobody came back. After 9 years, 10 years, I'm like,
When did they
nobody
break the
came.
record?
It was like maybe, it was over 10 years later.
Yeah.
Well over 10 years
Yeah,
later.
yeah. How'd you feel when they broke the record, man?
I didn't care about it.
Yeah, at that point, it was
Yeah,
like,
I was doing my thing. Shit, Slow Jams probably was out by then. I don't know.
yo, but it was a gift and a curse, right? Because it got you worldwide recognition.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you first came across my radar. You got worldwide recognition.
Yeah.
What were some of the opportunities that came to you because of that? Did you start traveling?
Man, news channels and stations that I normally wouldn't be on, like
Right.
that other thing, that other thing that if you're a singing group or something, or the Temptations of this group, and you want to go to the fucking Copa or the next level, you know what I'm saying? I was doing next level shit just because I broke the record.
Right.
So doing that, I was able to
Be in
tell
different-
them about
different-
everything else I'm doing besides just this rap. So, and then it also gave me like education, like how to get out there for when I really did start to get on and promote music.
So like media training and shit.
Yeah,
in a sense.
yeah, like media training.
But did it open up like shows or like money opportunities for you as well?
Well, as far as like me being like I said, me being signed to Loud Records and having that opportunity to promote myself and my music on different platforms that I wouldn't have been
Right.
able to do so had I not broke the record.
Right.
So I was just getting on different shit,
But also it was a curse too because
I couldn't make no slow songs.
motherfuckers want to put you in that box.
Yeah, that was the worst one. Boy, I remember being super depressed. Boy, I would make a slow song, boy. man, we don't want to hear that shit.
Wait, who's
We
telling
wanna
you
hear
this?
Just that was the normal vibe. You know, like it might be one person on the street, or it might be a writer. It might be the crowd if I'm trying to do something slow.
Oh man,
know,
you
like,
rapping too slow.
Yeah, you know, it's like, man, they want to see you do what the fuck you do.
Right.
So when I was trying to switch it up and do a little bit of something else, no, they wasn't having it.
How did you overcome that?
Just I started to know what I was and I embraced it. I'm
Right.
like, why am I trying to get away from something that's the shit?
Right.
You know, like, and I started to realize, like, don't let the hate make you not like yourself or
Right.
what you do. You know,
Right.
just stay true to yourself and let them gravitate towards you. You know, and that's what started to happen. Everybody just started to gravitate towards it and bite it, and like, that was the way to keep yourself hot. I could kick off so many motherfucking beefs as people come out and shit. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But that just wasn't my vibe. I knew that we had pioneered a sound, and I'd just be proud when I hear certain shit come out. Like, instead of me hating, saying that came from me, my mind state is like, I'm gonna end up rapping with that person. They gonna keep me in the game.
Right, exactly.
You know, I'd be like, yeah, y'all keep me in the game. Everybody that like that style, if you give me any type of props and shit, I'll let your boy keep the OG in the game. You dig?